Hello guys, welcome back to another YouTube video. Today I'm going to be starting a brand new series of where civilization restarts. I've been holding back on this because it would take ages to erase every single border and colour every little island in grey to example unexplored lands. But if you do enjoy this video and you want the series to keep going, which it will, please like and subscribe. And so we'll start in the Middle East. And basically this is just a tribe of maybe a few hundred people, and it won't be really much people in here, so we'll time forward to a couple decades later, and now there's at least 100 or maybe just 1,000 people here. We'll send out some explorers to go explore some untraversed lands, and that they're basically just relying off mainly fish to survive. And now that's not a great diet. I mean, if you like fish and you want to keep it as your diet, you can do that, but just mainly surviving off fish, people can get bored of that. So start heading downwards, and I will tell them that it's a great area and great food up here in Mesopotamia. I don't know how to say it. So they'll start their progress up here. They'll start their progress down to hopefully get to Mesopotamia. They'll send out even more explorers to go down and see if it's just water, if there's even more food or even more land. They'll keep traversing downwards with the population coming down along with them. They'll start pushing down even more, and they'll find more water, and they'll think they're on an island. With the people coming down along with them, they'll not want to disappoint, so they'll say there's even more water down. As it comes even more down, it'll start expanding to get even more thicker and basically covering up a lot of explored land now. They'll start exploring more upwards, more into Yemen, and even a bit maybe into Saudi Arabia, with their country following behind. The country will mainly be going up along with exploring all these abandoned lands. They'll start exploring more and more and more. They'll start exploring up into Saudi Arabia and mainly going along the coast because they need the water. Now, with this great expansion, of course, there's going to be a lot of countries by the end of this, and hopefully it will never end. It'll just never end, and it'll go on forever and ever, as long as I live, forever and ever. So they'll start pushing through. They'll start going mainly up through the coast of Saudi Arabia, and they're starting to get to the point where people are wanting to stay, but people are wanting to explore. Oh no. I've got a really snotty nose, so if I sound like a really high pitched voice or like a nerdy voice, it's just because I've got a really snotty nose. So we'll start mainly pushing through. We'll start going through this coast here and expanding even more. And basically, they're not so far from reaching the top of Saudi Arabia and into Israel or Palestine. Not Palestine. Not Syria. I keep forgetting that name. I don't remember, but it's like above. It's above Saudi Arabia. I don't remember the name. So we'll start pushing through and expanding even more up. Now while you're expanding, please put the name of what that country is in the comments. That's above Saudi Arabia. And that's why you're down there. Please consider liking and subscribing if you already haven't. And share to people who might even enjoy the stuff that I do. Start pushing through. But this is bringing a lot of unrest to the population because there's obviously some people who just want to stay in where they are and be the boring old ones. So what they'll do is they're actually going to break away. I'm going to take about half the country up to here and basically fall apart from that country. And this country isn't going to be too happy about this, but they're not wanting to start a whole fight. And the king or government or leader will just accept that they've went away from the country. But they won't think too much of it is now because they're beginning to expand even more. Now they're up to a bit of where Egypt is, right about here. And just with the country following, it'll follow behind. Someone please tell me how I can get it to not go onto the water because I found it really annoying. So if you do know how to get it to not do that, please comment that as well, because it's just really annoying. I'm having to be really careful. So yeah, they'll start reaching more up the coast here and reaching to where the Mediterranean Sea would be. Or is that the Black Sea? That's the Mediterranean Sea. So the red country will start pushing up even more. I'm going to give this country a name. I'm going to call it the old. If it turns into an empire, I'm going to call it the Old Order. That's what I'm calling it, the Old Order. And put a name in the comments for what this blue country would be. So yeah, we'll continue expanding up the coast and reaching more of Saudi Arabia and exploring more of the Middle East. Now, I also held back is because Adiz Pro is also doing the series, and I thought it would just make it seem like I'm copying what he's doing, but no. I had it lingering in the back of my head for ages. Because I always thought what would happen if like the whole world started over. And it's just been lingering in my mind for ages, and I've just decided to start it today. So yeah, I hope you don't see that I'm copying Adiz Pro, because it's always been lingering in the back of my mind for ages now. So yeah, we'll start exploring more of the Middle East and where Israel would be. And eventually and finally, the blue team is going to make a move. Now, I did say they didn't want to move. They want to stay in where it's best to be, but they need land to remain a country. So we'll start exploring more land. We'll explore more and more land. And eventually enter into Oman. So, looking at these two civilizations so far, they're mainly sticking to the coast and into the Middle East. So, they're sticking mainly into the Middle East and mainly staying across the coast. Because, of course, fish and water need that to survive, because fish is food and water can hydrate you. So yeah, I'm saying that like I'm ending the video, but no. We'll continue expanding, exploring even more land. And with even more land comes greater opportunities. But back on to the Old Order. The Old Order is our favourite country, right? Or is it just me? I like it mainly because it's my favourite colour and it's the original team. So yeah, we'll continue exploring of where Israel and Palestine would be, and even a bit of Lebanon. So with them exploring even more land and getting even bigger and bigger, they're going to start to want to stick in to the Middle East, because right now this is all they know of. I mean, yeah, that's all they know of. For all they know, they could be on an island. But no, they're not. They're in the middle of the entire world. So what they're actually going to do is they're going to expand more from where the sick part of the country is. Oh no. We'll start exploring and getting more sicker and sicker. We'll start getting more expansive into the Middle East and not leaving it behind. And they're the biggest country out of the two countries that exist. But of course, great power comes great responsibilities. Wise words from Spider-Man there. But this top part here is actually going to break away. Reasons? Probably, I don't know. Probably because they're exploring more of the Middle East and they're probably wanting to go to explore more of the upper lands. So the green team will completely rebel against, and they'll become completely free in whatever they need to do. But with this, they also need great responsibilities. Now the red team is going to have to mainly focus in on the Middle East because, they can't go up no more because they're surrounded by the green team. They can't go down because the blue team's there and they don't know how to attack. So they mainly have to stick to the Middle East or even create a branch to go through other countries in different parts of the world. But anyways, that's it for today's video. I hope you've enjoyed it. I know it's barely been anything, but now I've got 3 entirely new countries in. So yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this video. Type in the comments what your favourite country is. Mine's got to be the Old Order, which is the red country. So yeah, if you've enjoyed today's video, please consider liking and subscribing. And yeah, bye bye.